I must apologize. What you endured such trials and tribulations in search of me. There's no need for that. You had no way of knowing we would come looking for you. You were after a ship to take to Doma, yes? It just so happens we found a willing captain. Truly? What fortune? We will tell you all about it when back at the company offices. Alphino and Tataru are waiting for us there. That guy there is just like, alright, see ya. I saw him bow at the bottom of the screen. Alright, where are we off? Gosetsu, thank the 12 you're unharmed. As you can see, Master Alphino, I am the very picture of health. You, vile fiend, malevolent trickster. How kind the kami are to grant me vengeance so soon. But first, I demand you return the coin you so villainously embezzled from me.
You have every right to be angry, good sir. Gladly would I return to you your coin, had I not been forced to repay certain gambling debts beforehand.
Selling that matter aside for the moment, where's Lady Yugiri? Was she not traveling with you? For a time, aye, but we parted ways some while ago. The better to improve our chances of finding Lord Hein. Hein? Lord Hein? Forgive me, I've yet to explain. Lord Hein is the heir to Doma's throne and our master. His was passionate voice for cause of Doman liberation, and when we learned of the Emperor's death, it only grew louder. So you seized upon the opportunity and rose up to reclaim your freedom, only for your hopes to be dashed when Xenos led his army onto your lands. The Crown Prince was a merciless foe. Against him and the might of the 12th, we had no chance. Once Lord Hein understood this, he bade Yugiri take to the sea with as many of our people as possible. He, however, would stand and fight, that they might have more time to escape. I remained by his side as well, and together we carried on our doomed war. And then one day in a fierce battle, we were separated. I knew not what became of him, only that he was beyond the Empire's reach, and that to find him, I would need Yugiri's aid. The situation grows more perilous by the day, for the new viceroy, Yotsuyu, is a black-hearted villainess who delights in the torment of our people. There is naught she would not do to further her pursuit of Lord Hein. Thank you. I believe that makes matters a good deal clearer. It should please you to learn that we've come to aid the Doman Liberation Front in resuming their efforts to overthrow their imperial oppressors. Then allow me to join you. My inquiries here bore no fruit, hence my desire to return to Othar. Once there, I can lead you to your headquarters in Yangzia, where we shall all be reunited with Yugiri. Mayhap not all. Alphino's talents would seem better applied here in Kogane, working closely with Tataru and Hancock to feed us intelligence. There is Garly an embassy just down the road after all. While I appreciate the vote of confidence, I should be glad to accompany you all. As a soldier in the field, so to speak. Come now, brother. A competent commander assigns his soldiers the tasks best suited to them, as you all of all people should know. And you are so very good at espionage and intrigue. For all, we all must serve each in our own way. Very well, it would seem my place is here. He's like, I'm stuck with Tataru, fuck. Saraban is... no, she's not it's not squeaky like a fish. Saraban is waiting at the pier. Have fun, you lot. She actually has a very nice voice, Tataru. I don't want her voice associating with that damn fish. I've been waiting for you, my friends. All preparations have been completed and my ship awaits its passengers. Shall we depart without further delay? My shelled friend. If you insist. With me, everyone. The Ruby Sea awaits. If we're actually going somewhere like a new land, that would be kind of cool. Oh, here we go again. I love these cutscenes.
I remember the water, how it turned crimson in the morning sun. A shimmering sea of rubies, stretching from horizon to horizon. You could almost believe it went on forever. But beyond that red expanse lay a land in turmoil. On the shores of Othard, our Doman brothers struggled in vain.
How wide and beautiful she is, the Ruby Sea, filled with promise and adventure and treasures. Many wonderful treasures. Oh, we finished a chapter. Hang on a second. Aegean Traveler. Cool. Look, a huge tower up there. Now, in order to reach the shores of Othard, you will need to cross the resplendent waters you see before you. However, this is easier said than done. To set forth without making the necessary preparations is to invite the Confederacy to claim your vessel, and your life should you resist. But this fate can be avoided by paying the Ruby Tithe, thereby earning you the blessing of the pirate lords. So let us go and greet them. Our destination is the isle to the west. That doesn't look very far to me. Teha, why don't we jump in and swim for a bit? I've had my fill of boats. An excellent idea. I think you'll find the water to your liking. We'll use my ship to deliver those less inclined to the isle. Alright, off we go. Like, we actually swimming then? Yep, looks like it. Let me go first person for a second. That looks pretty volatile, that. Right, this should be easy. And a good way to loosen up before the next fight, whenever it comes. 20 gills says I beat you there. I mean, you already got a head start, lady. I don't know what kind of contest you're expecting. Ooh, wait a minute. We are in the Ruby Sea Razen Kaikyo. Cool. Ah, there you are. I trust you enjoyed yourselves. Follow me, my friends. The one with whom we must speak is a man named Tansui. At least we can ride a bit. It's 6 a.m. As soon as the music changes and the light shines, that's how you know it's 6 a.m. Let me repair a little. Okay. Cool. If you have the advantage of me. Oh, that's Tatsui. Most honorable and esteemed Teha Strife, I am Tansui, a humble mate who serves at the pleasure of the Confederacy's captain. As you are in the company of the Shellback, I presume we have business to discuss? Hey, level 68. Sweet. So, okay. Deals unaspected damage with a potency of 150. It's a 3-yard range. Potency increases up to 550 as MP nears maximum. I see. I don't know why I thought this cost MP. You wish to pay the ruby tithe, yes? With your guild, perhaps? It's just as well. Foreign currencies are in demand these days. I would pay for their passage to Othard. Does this sum meet with your satisfaction? The sea has been quite tempestuous of late. I cannot say with confidence that you would reach your destination safely, unless you tripled it. Do you take me for a fool? I know the price, as do all. Alas, we're living in interesting times. As you came from Kugane, I should think I need not tell you that. The shadow of the war looms. The wise and the cautious shirk our waters and our custom, and the foolhardy sharpen their knives in anticipation. Meaning? Sir, you've got to come quickly. The bastards are at it again. Tried to convince them to stop, but they weren't having it. It's always someone during a conversation that chooses to just run by and be like, oh no, something's happening. Ah, very well. I will be there shortly. Proposition. Your comrades strike me as a worthwhile investment. I will not hear men name me a cat before Koban, so I shall consider their tithe paid. Not for what they've done, but for what I expect they will do. Not sure what to make of that, man. But at least the matter of our tithe is settled for now. What was that he and the other pirate were talking about? Maybe we ought to go have a look. Being a sneaky sneak.
Gentlemen, I'm told you were most unreceptive to my associate's requests. I realize you do not look kindly on the Confederacy and her ways, but if you refuse to pay the ruby tithe, your safety in these waters cannot be assured.
Spare me your concern, pilot. Your feeble attempts at extortion will not work on us. You remain at large because we allow it. Because you are such insignificant little pests that we see no need to swat you. But if you wish to risk the ire of the Viceroy, by all means, fire upon an Imperial vessel. Give us a reason to bring the full might of the Garlean Empire to bear against your pathetic fleet.
Bastards!
Big words.
Gentlemen, surely the fact that you have such limitless resources at your disposal gives you all the more reason to spare some few coins for the less fortunate.
All talk, just as I thought. Come, let us away. I have no time for this rubbish.
We're all the same to them, aren't we? Savages to be ruled or slaughtered.
They've always balked at paying the ruby tithe, but they were never so eager to pick a fight. The problem, you see, is that many of my comrades in the Confederacy are of Doman descent, and the acting viceroy, well, she's none too fond of Domans, to say the least. If we take any action to hinder the safe passage of an Imperial vessel, she'll accuse us of attempting to foment rebellion and brand us enemies of the Empire, which we can ill afford to be. Like the man said, we're all talk.
And where did the Kojin stand in all this?
With the winning side, of course. They're mercenaries to a fault, eager to offer their services without coercion. The Shellback could tell you more, though something tells me he would rather not.
I don't understand. If the Garleans are causing the Confederacy this much trouble, and if so many of you are Doman to begin with, why aren't you willing to fight back?
Spoken like a true friend of the Doman Liberation Front. If you're planning to rouse us with noble words and grand promises, don't bother. We all know what the Imperial Army can do. Compared to them, we're boys with boats. Besides, what ties a man may once have held to his home are forsaken upon joining the Confederacy. We look out for none but our own. Be that as it may, our livelihood is under threat. And the captain will need to decide soon whether we're to go down in a blaze of glory, or bow and scrape for crumbs from the Emperor's table. All while our friend the Viceroy continues her purge of Doma's radical elements. I believe she's holding court in one of the fishing villages even as we speak.
That she-devil! Her perfidy knows no bounds! She must be stopped! Come, let us find Soroban and put us here at once!
Tell the others that these ones have paid. We all have places to be.
What are we waiting for? Come, come. Soroban cannot have gone far. But now that I think on it, it is passing strange that he left without warning. Mayhap he did not wish to be seen by his Kojin brethren. I doubt he thought to leave us behind, but nevertheless, it may be prudent to return to his ship, or at least to a Confederate encampment. All the way back there. Oh, we're right here. Oh, my friends, 1,000 pardons. As you may have guessed, I was reluctant to be seen in your company by my red brothers. Ours is a complex relationship. I pray you do not misinterpret their actions as a reflection of our allegiances as a whole. You understand? Kami be praised. Too often our shell is quick to judge all Kojin but for the deeds of one. Right then, now that our business with Tansui is concluded, we can traverse the Ruby Sea without fear. I shall return to the ship and prepare for our departure. If you have any remaining business to conduct with the pirates here, I pray you do so now. Ah, that reminds me, Teha. Would you be so kind as to inform the Confederates of our plans? The more they know of our movements, the less like we are to be mistaken for another vessel by their comrades. Alright. Sure. Why not? Oh, you're one of the Injin from the beach, leaving us already. No need to pay the tithe like Tansuin said. On the other hand, if you were to peruse our wares and find anything to your liking, we should be glad to sell it to you for a fair price. You've spoken with the Confederates up above then. Excellent. If you are ready to depart, we may do so at any time. Then let us be off. I shall deliver you to the fishing village of Isari. Wait, Tansui said that the Viceroy was holding court in one of the fishing villages, did he not? Should Isari chance to be in the village in question, we should instantly find ourselves surrounded by Imperial soldiers. I think it's safer to come ashore some distance away. Very well, I know just the place. Here we are. I am reasonably certain none bore witness to our approach. And with this, I believe I've fulfilled the terms of our agreement. Aye, that you have. You have my deepest thanks, Sauron. Truly we are blessed to have befriended such a clever and industrious merchant. Oh, you're much too kind, sir. I know not where your path may lead, but I wish you the very best, and hope that we shall meet again. He's cool. Like, let me make a character that looks like that. So you finally arrived at Othard. All we need to do now is, liberate Doma. Ah, yes, that. Look, daunting though it is, we do have one thing in our favor. The element of surprise. Unlike the Gear Albania, the Imperials don't know we're here. Admittedly, that may be our only advantage, considering how few of us there are. Well, I expect the Doman Liberation Front will even up the odds a bit. But before all that, we need to see if this is the fishing village Tansui was talking about. It may well be. I smell ceruleum on the breeze.
Even accounting for the rebellion, such indiscriminate shows of force seem pointlessly excessive.
If only you knew how commonplace such scenes have become. too late.
Over there, someone's coming.
Oh, is this the villainess then?
It is she, sworn enemy of Doma, of my master. The traitor who sold her homeland to the Garleans. Yotsuyu.
The Viceroy herself. And look behind her. Isn't that...
Filth and squalor everywhere, I think. How very dull. What I wouldn't do for a drink.
I don't know why. Her voice is very low. Like, I
Come
can
now.
barely hear her.
You've no reason to look so afraid.
Never mind.
You have lived through a quarter of a century of Garlean rule, remember? 'Tis better to bend with the wind than stand tall and be broken. Therein lies hope. Therein lies freedom. I come before you today seeking affirmation. A heartfelt declaration. You are free to answer me as you see fit, yet even the least among you should know the correct response. Should. A resident of your village, one of your neighbors, mayhap your friend, was detained by the Korjin this morning. They say he was attempting to flee to Kugane, but we both know that simply isn't true, don't we? Have you anything to say? Bit slow, this one. Is there anyone more sensible among you? Have any of you anything to say? To swear?
My lady, I swear to serve the Empire, to do whatever is asked of me, and never disobey.
Well said, that man. Of course, it wouldn't do to simply take you at your word.
I think I see where this is going. Yeah. He shouldn't have stepped up, but I understand.
Kill him. Surely you can do that much. He must be guilty of something or other, or he wouldn't have attempted to flee the Empire.
I have a family. Kami, forgive me. Kami, forgive me.
Very, very good. I've always had a soft spot for men like you. Next, I want you to shoot those two over there. Too old to work, you understand. A burden on the Empire. We can't have that.
But they're my parents. You can't expect me to...
I mean, I say we take the fight to him. Why not?
Stop and think for a moment. If you go charging in now, every one of those villages is as good as dead. We must consider the wider picture. If we act recklessly, we risk alerting the Garleans to our presence here, making it that much harder for us to work with the local rebels. To say nothing of the reprisals ordinary civilians would be made to suffer.
Open your eyes, girl. They are already suffering. Let me go. I am putting an end to this madness. I will approach the village alone and identify myself as a former leader of the rebellion and a known fugitive. They will wish to detain me until they are certain they have learned all I know. Use this time to make your plans.
You saw what those monsters did to the villagers. Who knows what they'll do to you, assuming they don't kill you where you stand?
We live and die at the pleasure of the Kami. My fate is in their hands and no others. If it be of any comfort, I am no stranger to chains.
You can't expect us to stand idly by as a comrade goes marching off to his death. And this is nothing like Kugane.
Nor is it like the Reach, Lise, or the Wall. Let him go. Hold out for as long as you can, but remember, noble sacrifices are to remain an absolute last resort. I wish I could say it won't come to that, but only the gods know how we're going to get you and the others out in one piece. A miracle, perchance.
A great tower stands to the north and east. Look to its occupants for aid and succor. Together, you may yet find your miracle.
And we just got him back too.
Now, leave this place. I must go.
Another idiot like all the rest. I'm beginning to think it may be something fundamental. Something intrinsic. Something quintessentially Doman to ignore the simple truth. You can't do a damn thing if you're dead.
Enough, Yotsuyu!
Well now, this is a surprise.
Hear me, Yotsuyu! Cease this farce, here and now, and I shall surrender myself to you. Refuse, and all shall answer to my blade.
Bring him to the tavern.
Damn, those parents really just watch their kid kill someone else and then die for refusing to kill them. That's rough, man. I hate it as much as you do, maybe even more. Every fiber of my being is crying out to intervene, but what's done is done. Gosetsu's gamble has gifted us the time we need to find a solution. He bade us seek aid at the distant tower, yes? For want of a better idea, I say we do just that, while taking care to avoid the Imperials. We seem to have evaded their patrols so far. What is that tower anyway? I've never seen anything like it. According to my map, we're in Onokoro, and the tower is known as Heaven on High, a mysterious structure built long ago by persons unknown. Oh gods, listen to me. I'm starting to sound like Alphino. Next thing you know, I'll be saying things like, as you are doubtless already aware. Over there. Do you see it? Doesn't look like it's been dead long. Whoever did this, they're a good shot. Can't see a single stray arrow. Well, someone's hungry. Wait, that wasn't either of you two, was it? Calm down, we had nothing to do with... Wait, what am I doing? They can't possibly understand us. Probably not, no. Time to run, Lise. We have our strength for any that give chase. You too, Teha. What is that? Gohuo Niao. Just imagine if they'd taken us by surprise. What a fine ending it would have been to our story. Anyway, I think it's safe to assume that the people at the tower know how to defend themselves. You'd have to. Sharing an island with these things. Now all we need to do is convince them to help us. Oh, there's a settlement here. And they've even got their own Aetheryte. Wait a minute, I've seen that standard before. It was when we met with Tansui, which means this place belongs to... Oh. What do you mean? Oh, Eastern Bow emote. Cool. Okay. It would seem we found a Confederate settlement, mayhap even their headquarters, judging by the size of the place. So Gosetsu bade us to seek out the Confederacy for aid and succor. The self-same Confederacy that refuses to openly oppose the Empire. Well, nothing ventured, nothing gained, I suppose. At the very least, they're unlikely to ask us for tithe. I gotta touch that Aetheryte. What wind brings you hither of all places? Well, you're not bound for Earth's shores. I see. I trust you have not forgotten our previous conversation on the subject, no? Then what do you want? A second opinion? Very well. Come with me. Take you to the captain, Rasho. Just like that? An audience with their leader? How very accommodating. We must need to choose our words carefully. You leave it to me. I've always been good with people, and this will also give me a chance to use the Eastern greeting they showed me in Revenant's Toll. And I'm pretty sure it's just a, like, bow, right? Greetings. You must be Rashul, leader of the Confederacy, and so on. I realize this is all a bit sudden, but the thing is, we have a little favor to ask. Oh gods, I've probably broken half a dozen rules of Far Eastern etiquette already. Well, I'm sorry about that, but you have to understand we're in a hurry, so I'm gonna stop talking now. It's okay, Lise, you tried. Men who revere manners and tradition can be found the world over, but not here. Your candor is appreciated. Speak your heart. Gosetsu, former leader of the rebellion. I know him. Why he bade you petition us for aid and succor, however, I know not. At the risk of repeating myself, to join the Confederacy is to renounce all other ties. We are beholden to none, allied with none. When Doma was invaded by the Empire 25 years ago, we did not rush to her defense. Knowing this, do you honestly expect us to help you drive the Imperial forces out of Isari? The Garleans have long maintained a presence in this region. We would be fools to break the peace, fragile as it is. Besides, you're capable warriors, yes? With guile and preparation, you surely resolve this matter yourselves. It is imperative that our presence here remain secret for as long as possible. For us to openly engage the Imperials at this time would endanger everything that we've come here to achieve. You have told us why you cannot fight, not why we should fight in your stead. If you would speak to me lives saved, I would speak to you of slaughter. How many will die when all pretense is lost and Garleans declare war on the Confederacy? Hate is a luxury we cannot afford. You are free to come and go as you please, but you will receive no further aid. Thank you for your hospitality. If you would excuse us. Well, that was that then. It's pretty adamant about that. Hey Teha, I know that didn't go well, but I'm not prepared to give up on them yet. Gosetsu told us to come here for a reason. He must have believed we could convince them to help us. We just have to work out how. My thoughts exactly. I'm glad to hear we're of the same mind. It is little wonder they refused. We have done naught to persuade them. The real work begins now. We need to learn more about the Confederacy, what their needs and weaknesses are. Once we know that, we will know how to earn their trust. Someone's asleep in the middle of that. So what do they expect me to find here then? I mean, there's that there, but... Taking an interest in the ship, eh? Good eye. She's not much to look at now, but once upon a time she was a beaut. Confederacy favors flotillas of smaller ships to capture and board errant vessels. The larger ones like this Sekibun, only take part in major engagements. Not that we've had any of those recently, what with those Imperial bastards throwing their weight around. If it wasn't for them, well, no use moaning about what you can't change, eh? Funny how I went through that dialogue with no music, and as soon as I was done, the music came back on. I'm trying to put their car on that roof. Oh boy. Wait, what's Elise doing here? Oh yeah. Something I never use is like chocobo taxis, but in this case falcon taxis. Sorry to keep you waiting, but I wanted to talk to as many people as I could. It's just as Tansui said, they have no intention of standing up to Yotsuyo. I don't know if you two got a different impression. I agree. It's obvious that they're struggling to survive and that they blame the Imperials for their recent troubles. Even if we do nothing, it's inevitable that they'll come into conflict with the Empire sooner or later, and deep down they all know it. The only thing holding them back at the moment is the belief that they lack the strength to survive the coming war. So we need to prove to them that we're not all talk, that we can be valuable allies in the fight. And what better way to demonstrate our worth than by seeking out people with mundane problems and offering them our expert assistance. Wouldn't be the first time that we've earned someone's trust by helping them out with this and that, and you know it won't be the last. I'll look around the western end of Onokoro. You two take the east. Good luck. Alright, let me see myself do this. Oh, I forgot the battle stance thing. Let me put that up here. Okay. I'll put that up there too. Been bumbling Claude and Aura, a new recruit I ordered to patrol the northern edge of Onokoro. He is late in returning. A strange boy he was, quiet and brooding, reluctant to speak unless spoken to at first, better than a fool who never holds his tongue perhaps. Very on the hand. Okay. Very good meat and Gyoki tales, you know. Beast was young. Do not be surprised if an angry mother mourns its child. Okay. We're just supposed to... what then? Alas, to spy a young Ori man lurking behind the rocks to the west. You mean this man? Who are you? You do not look like the man of the Confederacy. Forgive me. 'Twas but yesterday we bid farewell to one of our own. I worried she might have lost her way. We laid her to rest in a boat and pushed her out till the current claimed it. For the sea is our home, now and ever after. But those sent thither with burdened hearts may drift back to shore, it said. Out of concern for her comrades, we strove to earn far more than her keep. She hunted rare and deadly game in treacherous waters and lost her life for it. But my vigil is ended. Her vessel has not returned to Onokoro. She has made peace with this life and placed her faith in us to live on. That's nice. So what of my recruit? Did you find him napping on the beach or some such? What? Has all this time he was standing watch for the funerary vessel? Huh. So rarely does he give voice to his thoughts. I had no idea our comrade's death had affected him so. Too quick was I to judge him. It's good that you went in my stead, else I might have misspoken and made a fool of myself. Please accept this token as of my gratitude. Good on ya. Where would this be? A bit far off. Gyoke. Oh my god, I didn't even realize. That's a thing to fight. And when this music pops up, that means it's not just any old fate. That also means you are dealing with a legit world boss that's... It's gonna require at least 10 people, if not more. That looks gross. Hold on, I gotta look at this. I love the shell it's on, but... Yikes. Okay. I thought the song was coming up because of the Gyuki. The Gyuki. Oh, right here. Okay, so there's a Gyuki carcass, but why though? Yeah, so... And I know this the hard way, because I've died quite a bit while that song has come up for a fate. It's just something that you can't solo. I don't think I've ever seen someone try to solo a world boss fate type thing. It always ends up badly for them. Even as a witness, I'll see other players try to get in before anyone else and they just get one-shotted. It's funny, but it's like, glad that ain't me. Butcher the Gyoki's tail for me. Okay. Just teleport back. Dun, dun. Been away for some time, perhaps in search of a young Gyuki corpse. Broken arrow. Oh, so I took the arrow as well. 8 pieces of meat. See, did not misjudge you. Thanks for your help. What would that I could have tended to my own kill, but such is life. You know, in the entirety of my journey in this game, dialogue that starts with "would that I" always messes my brain up. Because in my head, I'm like, wait, that combination of words shouldn't be that way. But clearly that's how they talk. So I always get messed up at the tongue about it. Pity the meat is not delicious as it is nutritious. Under normal circumstances, we would not bother hunting Yuki as game, but as you may have heard, these are not normal circumstances. Arrows too must be reused when possible. Oh wow. Prudent measure became necessary, alas. With every passing day, our future grows more uncertain. But this day we shall have full bellies, and in that we must take solace, and wayward travelers need not risk the ire of vengeful Gyuki by wandering near my neglected kill. A strange sigh passes your lips. Have I said something odd? No matter. Thank you again for your aid. Oh, I didn't even see this. How many times have I gone up these stairs? That takes us where? Just the one. Great progress. Cool. Kind of pirate cannot suffer the way of the ocean. A new recruit from far-flung shores. Listen well, I have a task for you. Go first to Okumo below and receive of him medicine for men of the earth. Then to Quickscape Pier and the hapless Doman bemoaning his wretched fate. Quickly. Got to say, please. Come at the behest of Hofumi for medicine. My very best is yours for the taking. How pitiful the lot of this Doman unable to stomach the sea. A true Confederate would raid a dozen ships while in his cups. What? Mayhap this one should return whence it came. I'll see you. What is a shift and shutter still? Medicines? Give them here and they may look down on me for resorting to such measures, but it would do aught to render the world stable and motionless once more. You're kind as if of Bumi. You may tell her that I will return to my duties as soon as I'm able. Alright. Doma was raised in the mountains of his homeland. The first time he saw the sea was after he fled his homeland and came to us. He tosses and turns in his sleep, and when he takes to the water, it's not long before he can no longer stand. But he will grow accustomed to this life. He's hardly the first, after all. Captain too was once of Doma, though he cast all aside 25 years ago, when the Imperials took his lands and lives, and the lives of his parents and brothers. We saw, if I remember correctly, we saw a bit of that in that one cutscene where I don't think they were even minor characters, they were just NPCs, but in the cutscene, one of them was ordered to do something he didn't want to do, and then he did it, was ordered to do something else he didn't want to do, then said no, and therefore was killed. So it's pretty fucked up. I mistook you. Perhaps you too will renounce your ties and join us someday. I mistook you for a recruit before, but I know your tale now. Tansui unfolded all. Think of my offer, Westerner. May find small joys in the land, but the sea holds salvation. Right. Any benefit to this? No. Interesting, they're not giving me any money bags anymore. It's materia that's most valuable now. Grilled turban. A live horn turban cooked within its shell with a splash of soy sauce and rice wine. That doesn't sound bad at all. You've been busy, haven't you? Now you're here to ask if I need help with anything. Heh, now that you mention it. Lately we've had trouble with ravenous sharks that have been leaping out the water and making off with our fish. Damn this thing, I know. But you wouldn't doubt it if you saw it. Got to call the thieving bastards regularly. So what happens, I sent 3 of my mates out there before you came along. Still, the more the merrier. If you can kill 2 or so, that ought to be enough. Take a few of those rotting fish as bait. I'll not be needing them. Oh, and maybe see if you can't find the other group. They've been away longer than I like. How many we need? Oh, we gotta fight. Aggressive shark, but it's floating. Oh, there it is. I got to summon my chocobo. What are you? Sharp Shell of the Red. Wait a minute. How do I... Dude, you look like a Final Fantasy Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Oh, Kami be praised. I don't know what I would have done had you come along. My partners and I got separated when we fled. You haven't seen them, have you? Damn. Before the Kojin started chasing us, their leader asked us if we were Domin. They're Kotsuyu's catchers, I know it. First this sorry and now this. Gotta tell Rasho and the others. Okay. Ah, there you are, Teha. I heard you went shark hunting. Shark jumping. We too did our fair share of beast culling, though I think Lise made a stronger impression when she bested a drunken pirate in a sparring match. Fastest knockout to date, I'm told. I should like to think we've proven ourselves to be rather, Why do I get the feeling you have something important to tell me? Kojin mercenaries rounding up Domin Confederates. Surely Yotsuyu has crossed the line now. We must go and speak with Rasho immediately. Even he cannot deny that this changes everything. At least I should like to think that he cannot. Speak with Rasho. It's right here. Cutscene.
our most compassionate acquaintances return. For your deeds, we owe you many thanks. But something tells me our thanks are not sufficient. The strange thing is, I was certain you understood our position. And yet here you are with that same look in your eyes, and those same words upon your lips, I'll wager.
I speak only the truth. The Confederacy will not be spared Yotsuyu's wrath. You have always known this, that one day you would have no choice but to stand up to the Empire. I say to you that day is today, and come once more to ask that you join us in the fight.
How convenient that recent events should lend such credence to your claims. Tell me, do death and destruction always follow in your wake?
They had no part in it, Tansui. You know this. We all know this. They came and took our Doman brothers. They will torture them for her sport. Murder them for her satisfaction.
I really don't like that lady. That she's from an aesthetic view, she's like a dominatrix, but a million times worse and more psychotic.
So we attack and get butchered for our trouble, or do naught and let them have their pound of flesh. If this be our choice, I say we suffer the ignominy. We endure. We survive. There is no better path. Until the day our enemy is grown weaker and we stronger, there can be no retribution. We will wait for a sign. Such is the judgment of the Confederacy.
So that's it then. You're just going to abandon them to her. They'd die for you, you know, for the Confederacy. They would die for you, but you wouldn't even think to risk your lives for theirs.
Oh, clenched fist.
I have one last idea, if you will allow. I'm afraid it's not very good as ideas go. It's exceedingly reckless, in fact, and you may well come to despise me for ever having suggested it. Assuming we survive, that is. The question being, do you trust me?
Of course. Yeah, you're gonna do you need to ask, yeah. Ask me again later. No. We're in the shit now.
And let
May as
innocent
well.
people suffer, here or anywhere else. I'll do whatever it takes.
Oh
Let
no.
us roll the dice.
What you got planned, LSA?
If it's a sign you want, we shall give you one. One rousing enough to make you drive every Garlean out of Isari without a second thought. You are wary of invoking the ire of the Imperial forces stationed in Doma, correct? Know then that once we have rescued our comrade, and freed Isari, we mean to liberate the nation as a whole. You will doubtless require assurances that we are capable of achieving this, and that is only fair. Accordingly, we shall demonstrate our seriousness by depriving the Garleans of a key ally, the Kojin.
What, the three of you, just like that?
I fist pumped in your presence.
Actually,
I always do that
my
when I want to
esteemed
get
colleague
things
here
done.
will attend to it on his own. But the how of it is not your concern, only the outcome. If we succeed, you help us liberate Isari. If we fail, you lose nothing. A simple enough wager, if you have the stones for it.
The little miss does make it hard to refuse, does she not?
Words are air. We will weigh you by your deeds.
So, alone you will deal with the Kojin. If you're set upon this course, I shall give to you a word of advice. Two factions have the Kojin. The mercenaries who serve the Empire belong to the Red. Those who belong to the Blue are traitors, and they've made no pact with the Imperials, and so may be willing to aid your cause. Seek the Blue on the Isle of Beko. There you will find the cave. The rest is up to you. Thank you, Captain. We shall endeavor not to keep you waiting over long for your sign. Right then, let's head for... Wait, where's Lise? We cannot leave without her. Don't tell me Lise is taking things into her own hands. Teha, what is it? Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to wander off. I just wanted to have a think. You're worried we won't be able to live up to our promises. No, it's not that at all. If anything, I'm frustrated you didn't think of it first. Yida and my father had a way with words. They knew how to inspire people, how to bring them together. I always hoped I might have something of that in me too, but I'm starting to think I don't. What am I even doing here? Lise, you... Gods, listen to me. I don't know where that came from. Forget I said anything. We have places to go, Imperials to fight, and friends to save. And we're not going to get any of it done by standing around here moaning, right? Right? Before we traveled to Garabania, I was in Limsa Lominsa, visiting a friend, a young child who had been through a great deal. That's neither here nor there, I suppose. Anyway, on the way back, I passed a patisserie, which sold some of the most exquisite-looking tarts I had ever seen. I've always preferred cookies, to be honest, but nevertheless, I decided to stop and try one. I'll treat you to one when this is all over. Teha too, and I won't take no for an answer. If it's anything like Entman's cookies, I'll probably get addicted to it. What about Y'shtola? We never hear the end of it. Alright, Y'shtola too, once she's better. Deal? Good. Now let's hurry, shall we? We have a million things to do before then. Lisa's being doubtful. So we're gonna attune that bit then. Should we just swim, or what does the quest say on this? Alright. I guess I'm gonna have to... Because I feel like either we swim like this or we're meant to be taking a boat, but... This will take a minute. I forget this thing's here. It's such a wild looking structure. I'm gonna keep going this way. Like, I look across the horizon and I don't see... Unless that is that. I feel like it's not, because that looks a bit too close by. So it's either there and I can't see it, or it's underwater. Alright, where am I going? I think this is the Isle of Becco, though to be honest, it looks the same to me as however many other islands around here. Rachel said there was a cave that would lead us to their village. We should search further inland. Let's see this up close. What are you? Oh, you're an Onkyo.
Is that light I see up ahead? We appear to be standing inside a giant bubble. By the 12. I think we're on the seabed.
Wow. How far down did they walk?
Well, well, I thought I heard familiar voices.
Soroban, what are you doing here?
What a curious question. I live here.
Then this is the home of the Blue Kojin.
Just so. I bid you welcome to Tamamizu.
How fortunate that we should find a familiar face in this place. We should tell Soroban about the situation. If anyone here can help us, it's him. So tell me, my friends, what strange tides bear you to our home? That is indeed a most dire predicament, but perhaps an opportunity for us to craft yet another profitable arrangement. Very well, I shall introduce you to our leader, Bunshin. It will be up to you, however, to present your case. Oh, I like the little aetheryte thing they've got. Smaller, but more like a seashell jewel.
Welcome, guests. Gratitude to you for aiding Soroban in his negotiations.
Negotiations? What do you mean? The way you said that.
We thank you for your hospitality, honored elder. Pray forgive me my brevity, but I wish to discuss an urgent matter.
So, you seek to compel our Red Brothers to forego hostilities for a time.
That's right. We know your two clans have your differences, but what with you being brothers and all, we thought you might be able to share some secret knowledge or something?
From far above, you have journeyed here in search of our wisdom. You shall have it. All creation is a tapestry, through which the divine is interwoven. Kami are legion, and they can be found in the great and the small. Though they come and go as they please, they favor certain vessels. The ancient, the precious, the exquisite. We Korjin covet these vessels, these treasures. We go forth and bring them home to keep them safe and bask in their divinity. They bring prosperity and joy to us and our children. Yet, how are we to seek these treasures above if we made enemies of the Garlean Empire, powerful and far-reaching as they are? Wiser to join with them. So resolved the Red Korjin.
Cautiously and carefully, for the Garleans are blind to the divine, nor will they suffer their subjects to see. So the Red masquerade as mercenaries who seek money and power, and never speak of their faith in the presence of their masters. To honor the divine, they deny it. A twisted and misguided path.
Aye, aye. Kami will not abide such foolishness. This they shall learn to their sorrow. While our Red Brothers live by the sword, we Blue Korjin uphold the old ways, engaging in trade and valuing peace. Alas, men distinguish not between our clans, and judgment for the doings of the Red falls unjustly upon the Blue. Thus do men grow more and more reluctant to deal with us, denying us our treasures. This cannot continue.
On that point, we are in agreement. You are willing to aid our cause, then?
There is a way that the Red may be driven to retreat into their shells. But to share with you this knowledge is to reveal secrets of the divine. Assurances must first be had, trust forged, a bargain struck.
Well said, Elder. In great crises is great profit to be had.
Delight not overmuch in such things, Soroban. Now, tell our guests what must be done.
As you wish.
Well, I've no idea what we've gotten ourselves into, but so far so good, right?
Listen well, my friends. We require your assistance with the search for a priceless treasure. The Yasakani no Magatama. This jewel, the most sacred of Kojin relics, was in the possession of Hingashi until they decided to present it to the Garleans in a gesture of conciliation. The Red would not abide this, and so they plotted to seize the vessel bearing it to their imperial masters. Alas, though they succeeded, in the ensuing chaos the Magatama was lost to the sea. We wished to recover the sacred jewel before our brothers, however, were we to come into conflict with them, it would be problematic. Therefore we turn to you. Do you want us to search the ocean floor for this treasure of yours? I'm not sure how we're supposed to do that without, you know. Brownie, fear not. There is a ritual I can perform to imbue your bodies with a powerful blessing. But first, you must prepare offerings for the sea. Require twisted ruby coral, several fist-sized sea snail shells, and a freshly harvested Inkyo carapace. That's quite the shopping list. I will see to the shells, and Lise can look for the coral. Teha, would you go find the Unkiru and relieve it of its carapace? Oh, now I'm curious though. You don't want to go back there, why not? No, let me in. I mean, we probably drown, but in my mind I'm thinking, oh, it's just a portal that'll shoot us to some other end of another one of those portals and we'll be safe, but I guess that's not a guarantee, is it? I just like to think that. Ooh, that's very convenient. Apparently there's one right over here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's the that's the crab. I was like, oh yeah, what's this? This is the perfect music if you want to go to bed and just rest your eyes and chill out. Especially if it's raining out. How splendid they are. The Kamis shall be most pleased, I'm sure. I got it. I got the ruby coral you wanted. And the sea snail shells. They're about the size of my fist, though I realize you might have meant yours. These shall more than suffice for our purpose. Next we must make ready to present them to the sea and perform the ritual. Once it has been completed, you will be able to move freely through the depths and find the Yasakani no Magatama. Oh, I said that right. I think. Out of curiosity, how large is this sacred jewel of yours? Unless it's far too large to be carried by the three of us, how are we supposed to even find it? The Ruby Sea is not exactly small. Haha. Surely you realize we've been searching this whole time. The area we wished you to explore is but a small fraction of the Ruby Sea. Already we've scoured most of the seabed near and within our territory, to no avail. All that remains is a region to the west. The shellless of Sui no Sato can provide you with better guidance than we. You should do well to visit them first. Shellless? You mean the Kojin aren't the only ones living under the sea? Of course not. The Rain have been here as long as I can remember. Shio Sai, the Overseer, I believe, can tell you more when you arrive. We were getting ahead of ourselves. We have yet to carry out the ritual.